What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. Let's see who is online. If you're watching me for the first time, thank you for doing so. It's been a while. Let's see who is online. Let's see who is online. If you can hear me, you can see me, smash the like button. Smash the like button. What's going on, people? Right. Yeah, long time no see, man. Long time. Thank you for stopping by. What's going on, people? Welcome to my channel. It's been a minute. Salute. Yes, my people. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. I miss you guys too. Where have you been, Phrankleen? I've been around the world, man. Dealing with everyday life. Right, if you can hear me, you can see me. Smash the like button. I understand it's a bit late. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I've been saying there's a YouTuber missing. Aha. What's up, brother? Yeah, it's been a while, man. Thank you for stopping by. The need to align with your Ori. Let's talk about that briefly. It's nice to be back, man. It's nice to be back. And off the jump, if you want to support my content, I'm back for good. Please, me okay? I take, what's that thing called? It's been a long time. I've even forgotten the name now. The super chat donations. You can support my content. But, you know, it's been a while. I took a break. I'm back now. So from now onwards, I'm going to be doing a lot more short form content now that will be scheduled in advance and then live streams in between. There's so much to talk about, man. But let's talk about Ori. What do I mean by Ori? Your essence. Now, Ori, basically, now for those that are watching me for the first time, you might be thinking, you know, hi, Ndolo, hi, I've been around. You might be wondering, you know, what's Ori? You know, I'm a practitioner of Ifa. I'm an Ifa initiate. Ori talks about your essence, you know, from spiritual point of view. Ori to gbewaye, Ori mi atete, you know, Ori mi akpese. Wa jemi ni ko temi. Oni ba bak pori eni aje. Now, the people with negative energies, if they're going to tamper with you spiritually, if they're going to do anything to you, what they do is they go for your Ori. If you're not fortified, they take you down. So some of you might have heard stories. Oh, such and such, I saw him last night. Oh, he passed on in his sleep. Apart from any well-verified medical grounds and stuff like that, you know, and stuff. So your Ori also draws blessings. You know, now, I want to talk briefly tonight about these. Thank you, Ndolo. Thank you. No, I'm back now. I promise. I'm back. I'll be banging out content. If you can hear me, you can see me. Please smash that like button. If you want to support my content, please hit the super chat button and support my content. Right. Let's talk about Ori briefly tonight, and then I'm going to come back to you with more topics, and then we can talk as we go with much more interesting stories and emancipating topics. So I want to talk about, you've known that this goes on forever. the way our people, I've been talking about it. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. So I'm going to tie it into the topic of Ori. There is more and more. In the last few months, I spent a lot of time in Nigeria, in Africa. 3 months at the time, I was on ground, okay? And I'll tell you, man, I see how more and more people sell their assets for peanuts to migrate to the West. Now, this topic is one that tends to divide the room. There's a lot of misconception. There are people that are over enthusiastic about telling everybody and anybody, oh, sell your lands, sell your homes, sell your cars, empty your bank account, get that bank loan, come to England, come to England, come to England. Now, there's a danger in, I've always said this, in having what's that? A generalized approach to life, because everybody's going in that direction. I've got to go in that direction because everybody's selling their homes, their lands, they're getting into debt, they're doing all that. Everybody's going in that direction. You've got to go in that direction because everybody's taking loans and getting COS to come to England. You've got to, I won't lie to you, man. In my time on ground, I've seen so many people, and I mean so many people that sell their 4-bedroom bungalows, people with duplexes, people with poultries, people with good streams of income. Someone in Nigeria, even with the heightened cost of living, for example, selling their homes, their businesses for peanuts because they want to come to England. They come with 2 children, husband, wife and 3 children, and things like that. They get into the system. Reality kicks in. Some of them, they sell everything. They bring like a lump sum of money with them. But by the time they get into the system, they're paying rent. They're paying all those things. Things burn out. Things don't match up with the expectations that they brought from home. And when they get into their system, they're slapped with disappointment. They look to the left. They look to the right. There's no one to rescue them. And it breaks them psychologically. Some, in worst case scenarios, some people end up on the streets, they lose everything. The shame of going back home empty-handed, they become trapped into the system. There are people that, after they've exhausted their funds, there is a very poor inflow of cash. They cannot align with the cultural shock or the kind of dead-end jobs that they then pick up. And they may even struggle to put money together to then renew and or extend their whatever papers that brought them into England in the first place. And then what tends to happen is the documents get ruined and they're done. They become illegal immigrants trapped in the shadow of the system, slipping rough, and the list goes on. If you can hear me, you can see me, smash the like button. Why am I saying this? These stories are endless. I've been saying this for time. These stories are endless. Another thing you find out in life, there's a lot of selfishness that goes on. If you're successful in whatever you do for a living, everybody and their mama wants to identify with you. People naturally like to identify with success. So what's the flip side of that? If you're struggling, you're trapped at the bottom end of the spectrum, you're genuinely struggling. You haven't got money, you're in this sort of society, you're broke. Nobody wants to identify with you. You may find 1, 2, 3 person if you're lucky. If they give you money, it's a one-off. If they give, it doesn't mean they're bad people. Gesture of goodwill, that's what, because they've got their own bills to pay, they've got their own cross to carry, they've got their own families, children, and things to deal with. And these are the harsh reality. And I've seen endless stories and situations. Sometimes I go on TikTok, oh, these family came. Oh, thank you, Michael, I'm here. You know, that family sold their lands. I'll give you an example. When I was home for like 3 months, I was in Nigeria, right? And I was talking to an old friend, childhood friend, and he was telling me about someone who sold his 4-bedroom bungalow, sold his, was it poultry, or he had like a little bakery. The wife too had something. Now, on a monthly basis, thank you for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Koniton Bell. Now, this guy, as we speak, is working here. Was it with Travel Lodge or something? Working as a receptionist. This is someone that lived like a god back home. Yeah, there's financial constraint. There is a lot of pressure. They brought 3 young children. The oldest being like a 7 or 8-year-old. The youngest being like a 4-year-old. Okay, it's very hard. You can't just come to England and ask people to look after your children. It's not done. Everybody's out to get their daily bread. You've got to pay for child minding, nannies, and all that stuff. So the reality kicks in. The little bit of money they brought, everything was exhausted. There was no proper jobs apart from working in factories like for Amazon and all these dead-end jobs. So it put them in a precarious situation. Now, what am I saying? Ori mi atete ni ran, ori mi apese. Your essence. For those that have been watching me for a minute, you'll understand what I'm saying. There is a reason why you were born into the universe. There is a reason why I was created. There is a reason why I came into this dispensation. That's why I say to people, it's one thing to have a desire. It's another thing to check if that desire aligns with you from a spiritual standpoint. Because why? We cannot outdo the universe. We are spiritual beings having physical experience. I've been saying this for time. But human beings, we are very, very stubborn. Particularly, I won't say particularly, but I narrow it down, center it back to us Africans and stuff. We're very stubborn. We see the West like heaven. In fact, there is a colonized mindset in Africa. For a lot of our folks, it doesn't matter how much you've accumulated, how well they are doing. They believe that if they have not thrown everything down the drain for going to the West, they've not done well in life. Which, of course, is an absolute lie, if you understand my point. Ori ni o. Ori leja fi ń labú. Kemi Oyedeji, ki ma fori labu ayeja. Ori lomo ẹranko fi ń laju. Ki ma fori laju ja. Ifani ìrù ló ń ṣatọ́nà fẹ́ já. Ori mi ẹlẹ́dàá mi ṣe atọ́nà fún mi débi ire. If you align, hypothetically speaking, 10 people now, and 10 of them were interested in traveling abroad, and you carry out Ifa divination, you check from a spiritual standpoint. I intend on going to England, hoping I'll find greener pastures and improve my life. Now, on paper, there's nothing wrong with that. You've done nothing wrong. I will assure you that those 10 people, àwọn mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá yẹn, orí wọn ò lè bá lọ sí England. What I'm saying in English is you will find out from the outcome of the Ifa divination that those 10 people, their Ori will not automatically align with going to England to prosper. Some of them might be like, oh, you will go. This person's Ori might be like, oh, you will go, you will do well within a couple of years, you will meet immeasurable blessing. That person might just be like, oh yeah, it will align with you. I've seen a case where husband and wife were planning to travel abroad, and Ifa divination said the woman will do exceptionally well in America. The man, nope. You understand? And if you find it difficult to listen, it will play out exactly like that. And when I look at a lot of our people that are trapped in these systems. People that make TikTok videos, there's a lot of sentiment. If you know me, you've been watching me for a minute, I'm a straight shooter. I don't do sentiments, okay? Because everybody is sending cars from the UK to Nigeria for sale. Even if I have the money to buy 2 cars or car parts, load it up in a container and ship it to Nigeria for sale, I'm not going to just jump on that bandwagon because, oh, there's a high demand for Toyota car parts in Nigeria. You're not wired to thrive in every profession, in every business. There's always a sync with your Ori. I might have a friend, hypothetically speaking, that says, hey, dude, let's load up this 40-foot container, this 20-foot container. Let's start selling food stuff. Let's ship it to the UK. Now, on paper, it's a fantastic idea. If I check, maybe it's not for me. Maybe my Ori will see something ahead, that business might be a type of business that will get to a point that it may claim your life. It may put you in a financial trouble with the authorities in that country, and unbeknown to you, you may end up in prison. You may get incriminated. Your Ori knows that there is danger ahead. Don't do it. But if I'm stubborn and I want to behave like a goat with blocked ears, I'm going to put my head in there. Oh, what could possibly go wrong with loading up containers and bringing in foodstuffs? It's a nice business. People eat food every day. And then it may be a couple of years down the line. It may be 12 months down the line. You run into trouble. Maybe your business partner has gone on behind you to indulge. Red Pill Zulu. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. You've gone on to, indulge in, maybe they've gone on to indulge in what do you call VAT fraud or things like that. And then they implicate you, and before you know, your assets are seized, you're put behind bars, and you may get trapped, you face federal charges, and you're banged up in prison. And before you know it, your life goes down the drain. Remember, were you told not to put your hand? It's exactly the same thing. That's why, whilst some people are abroad, it goes well for them. It is absolutely impossible to just have this template of one direction in the front of Africans back home and tell them, if you get the chance to come to England, just jump on the plane, right? Turn your life to a pair of dice and just gamble. I want to know you, oh wow. No doubt. I want to know you, what I'm saying in English, for people that don't understand Yoruba, is there are people in our communities that, they're doing well abroad. The location aligns with them. Maybe they are Gambians, they're from Ghana, they're from Nigeria. Oh, this person has a shop. Oh, this person is a solicitor. Oh, that person is a barrister. Oh, she works as an IT expert. Oh, she's a nurse. And they're doing good. They're living well. Their lifestyle is not an illusion that appears to be like, they're comfortable, but the reality in the back end is they're suffering, but they're doing good. But what you will find is not everybody is doing good. A whole number of our people, huge number, are suffering. A bunch of our folks abroad are living in the shadow of the system. Their lives are basic. People lie a lot. People live in denial. And this is not to castigate anybody. I'm not suggesting that I'm better than the next man, but I can tell you the truth. Do you know the number of people that I've bumped into at the airports, on the plane, on ground, in Nigeria, on the high street in the UK, Phrankleen? And there is this common conversation when I have a brief chat with people that comes up, right? And get house in Kent. The Kent's joke is back. So do you know how many people that I bump into? I'm telling you the truth. And one of the things I enjoy when I meet people, Phrankleen, is that Phrankleen? Oh, nice to meet you. Depending on the type of conversation, yeah? Who is this one? Oh, this guy is still around. I thought you were cancelled. Oh, don't bring your negative energy to my channel. I can never be cancelled. My energy will cancel you, whosoever you are behind the camera. Could possible. I didn't commit a crime. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't do anything wrong. Who wants to cancel me? If you're looking for someone else's, what do you call, downfall, then downfall will definitely come to you, whomsoever you are. I can never be cancelled, man. I have been a blessing to so many people on this platform. So many. Even in my absence, people show me love. Endless emails, and I meet people on the plane everywhere. I can never be cancelled. Lashe Dumari. Instead of that, I will be experiencing immeasurable amount of blessings from now till the end of my years on this platform. Ma dagba, ma dogbo, ma gbo, ma tolaye Lashe Dumari. Tó bá ṣe rú fún mi ló ṣe máa jẹ́ fún ẹ. Tó bá dẹ̀ lónìí jáwọ́ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ mi, whosoever you are, ó máa jásẹ̀ tọmọtọmọ Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kòtò tí kúlùsọ ẹ bá gbẹ́ báyìí, wàá gbẹ̀yìn sínú ẹ̀ nínú ọ̀gbàrá ìjẹ́ tọmọtọmọ. Akíkanjú ló ń ké sí. Go and live your life and leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? We're back here. It's only 21 minutes. The negative energies are already popping. You just can't help yourself. You miss me. All this melanin and sexiness. Anyways, let's crack on. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the people watching me. And, thank you for the eyeballs and the super chat so far. I'm very, very grateful for the love. I appreciate you. Smash the like button. Please click the like button so we can gain more traction, okay? So, as I was saying, knowing what your Ori aligns with is absolutely crucial. I promise you, I tell you for free. Okay? Samolu, my brother. Alpha now. Brother, me. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. It's been a while. Mo Maluri, thank you, man. Well, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, man. So, as I was saying, aligning with your Ori is absolutely crucial. There's another thing that's prevalent in our society. If you look at people abroad, and I'm not castigating, please follow me, right? So somebody said no alternative to super chat. So I have these things, because I started tonight. Actually, big shout out to my wife, Victoria. Victoria told me to get back online tonight. So help me show some love to my wife, Victoria. Shout out to Victoria. Victoria said, put on your camera, go back on YouTube tonight. And I said, yes. I'm telling you the truth. That's Victoria Akwiton BV. That's my wife. She said, go back on YouTube tonight. So I said, okay. I'm going to go back. That's my girl. I call her my guy for life. I let Papa. Over 20 years of my life, I've been with that woman. So, as I was saying, Phrankleen. Victoria, fun fact. So when I did my Ifa initiation, Victoria is my Akwitombi, and Tori Minyo, Lato di Oronimofe. She was my Akwitombi that carried the special stuff that she had to carry when I was going through my Ifa initiation. She was there by my side when I started my Ifa journey. She's always been by me. My trials and tribulations, we deal with them together, man. You feel me? Hey, Otta of London. Yeah. He said I have not paid for Akwitombi position. My son. You know what I'm saying? So, Ori, back to Ori. Ori Shepataki. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say to you. It hurts me, it breaks my heart when I look at my people, when I look at us in our community. My brother, my sister, let me not lie to you. Here in the diaspora, if you're doing well in your lane, in your house, in Kent, in Manchester, wherever you live, Leeds, London, I'm grateful to the universe on your behalf. You feel me? But I also need us to know, if you're looking at your bank account and everything looks green, I appreciate that you work for your money, okay? But I can tell you, but that's not the case for a huge number of people in our community. And the reason I talk about Ori and this spiritual alignment is we've got to go to the root cause. There are some people, Africa is where your honeycomb is. Africa is where ibito matila. To bati kuro ni diori swen, you're done, you're toast. If your Ori aligns with, maybe you were selling building materials back home, supplying, handling projects, and you were doing well. There's a guy that I met, he's in this country. He's working in the care industry. He's neck deep in debt. Wife left him in London. She moved to a friend up north somewhere with 2 children. There's financial problem. He's working long hours in care job. Dude had 2 properties in Nigeria. He's broke. Family back home are already on his neck. I'm telling you. And when you tell people back home, listen, man, every diasporan that you see, whatever they do for a living, everybody's breaking their back. Even if it's an IT person, it's not easy to be behind a computer and be a computer programmer. They spend years to train. There's a doctor, there's lawyer, there are people who are cleaners, there's bus drivers. Everybody does whatever. Some people work in the kitchen. So you're going to come now and say, please, I want to renew my home office document. I want to make this application. Okay, all right. They're listening to you. So how much do you need? I need 3,600 to balance my application fee. And so we pay. How the hell do you want that person to hand you 3,600? Oh, we need 2,800 pounds to balance. Let me tell you, man, they don't have it. Do you know why? They have their bills to pay. 9 out of 10 times, the person you're talking to, they probably have their own children. They have mortgage, they have rent, they have council tax, they've got to pay for their cars, transportation, clothing, feeding, grocery shopping. They have maybe credit card bills. They also have maybe mom and dad back home. They have truckload of responsibility. How the bloody hell are they going to be able to hand you 2,800 pounds? Not because they are bad, but the truth is they don't have it like that. And even if somebody has a bit of a sizable savings, trust me, it took them months, it took them years to accumulate that number. I heard a story where somebody felt so much empathy for someone because they were crying. They needed, they had a deadline. They had to file an application. Out of the generosity of that woman's heart, went to the bank, took out like 2,000 pounds, said, okay, go and add it to your money. Go and renew your visa with the Home Office. Till today, as I speak, the person has not paid back £1. People hear these stories, all of these ugly experiences. So people are very careful. Even some people, they look at you with a side eye, like, hey, I know how many hours I work for these £200. They put it in your hand and then you disappear. Thank you. Apart from the bills, there are unexpected, unplanned expenses. That's absolutely the truth. So I'm tying this into people then gamble with their lives. And you come into this system. You. Do you know the funny thing about the cycle of life? Can we talk? Can we vibe? I'm not being judgmental. I'm not being harsh. Right? I'm your brother. I'm your friend. Let's be honest, yeah? Ilé tí wọ́n tà ní gbàǹjo ní Naija yẹn. Ìwọ tó rí gbà fún ẹ tó fa bá 4-bedroom duplex tó ní stamping, tó ní borehole, tó ní solar panel, tó gbẹ tán, tó ní borehole, tó ní gbogbo nǹkan. You have like 1 or 2 cars. Highlander wà, nǹkan wà. Ó tà takuta. Because you're rushing. You want to come and take over. You think you are the best to enter United Kingdom. You want to come and take over the care job here. There is a long list of diasporans yeah, that are breaking their backs as we speak. They're looking for money to even start a foundation. Some are paying for their lands in installment. Do you understand me? Someone said UK is not that hard and financially prudent. You can say that from your point of view. The fingers, the height of the fingers on my hand, they're not the same. Life is not exactly the same. Adewale TV, hey, thank you, appreciate you, thank you. Life's not the same for everybody. Look, as I'm sat tonight, everybody's aware of how things are challenging in Nigeria, right? If you're in Nigeria, at least, I think that's no longer in news. There are people you will meet in Nigeria tonight. If you land tonight, they're living comfortably. And I'm not talking about people who are maybe dipping their hands into the public pot, or they're benefiting from nepotism, or they have one uncle in politics. No, 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 no. There are people that maybe they sell foodstuffs. They are businesses. They are hard workers. They sell building materials. They do businesses. And trust me, you, the diaspora, you can't touch them. You will see people in Nigeria, they will tell you, oh, Nigeria is not, there's no money. They built 4 houses. They've built 3 houses. They are doing well. If they come to the UK, they're not coming to sleep on your couch. They will pay for Airbnb for 1 month. They do their shopping, enjoy themselves, take selfie, they fly back. Some of them will go to places in central London that even you, UK-based, cannot even afford to go. That's facts of life. So to respond to that person, it depends on, there's so many factors. That's a slightly different topic. We're not talking about UK being hard. I'm talking about life. You may have it well. And when I say people have it well, I'm not saying, oh, you woke up and somebody dashed you a bag full of money, right? You may have worked and broken your back to get to where you are today, but I'm telling you the truth. Your journey is not my journey in life. Mine is not yours. You dig? I can meet you tonight now, and you're a medical doctor. And just because I heard that, oh, you're getting £60,000 a year or £70,000, and I think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, can you just wake up tomorrow and be a doctor? It's not my calling. It's not in my go. I like, but me, I'm not a doctor. I can assure you. Even if I was younger than this, no. Everybody can't be a doctor. Do you get what I'm saying? So now, and if we also go by the template being presented to people back home, I said this to someone when I was back home a couple of months ago. If everybody was to adopt that blanket approach of, oh, sell your homes and come to England. Let me ask you a question tonight, if you live in the UK particularly. Do you think the UK have the ability to actually sustain multi-millions? Let's say 50 million people come to the UK today. UK will become a 6th world country within 48 hours because they don't have the resources to actually contain you, to provide jobs for those multi-millions coming in. When I got your man play game Agbayahu, they open a particular immigration package. Once you people rush in, they collect money, they make billions, they shut it down. They spend that money. When they realize they're a bit broke in their governmental systems, they come up with another immigration package. They know Africans will rush. They drain you, they collect your money, they make mega billions, they shut it down again. If you bring in 50 million from Nigerian population, just 50 million tonight, and everybody jumps on a plane and land in the UK, UK cannot cope. There is no way. This country will cave in. The NHS, the schools, everything will cave, because I can assure you, they don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity. They don't. That's a fact. Nigeria is a well over 200 million population. So do you see what I'm saying? If you put 50 million Nigerians, fly them every day for like a week or 2, and everybody comes. I'm saying 50 million. You want everybody to come. That's okay. It's not really about the coming. Do you think the UK can? No way. You're going to go to virtually all the schools. They will tell you, sorry, there is no way to accommodate your children. You go to hospital, you're going to be waiting for doctor's appointment for more than a year. There is no way. The ambulances, there is no way the British police will be able to cater to that. Where are the jobs? Are you joking? We tend to blow things out of proportion. Tó bá rí tí ẹ ṣe, mo bẹ́ẹ̀ dúpẹ́, mo bẹ́ẹ̀ yọ̀, kí gbogbo wa ká kéré oko délé. But you see, the point is, Ibon, what does my ori, what does my energy align with? I wish some of you can see this. People back home, they are selling everything and anything just to travel abroad. I'm personally aware of a case where somebody had a property, like if they really wanted to sell it properly, with the current prices, they'll sell it for like slightly over 100 million plus. All right? As I was told, when that person was coming to the UK, when they got the COS and stuff, he sold it for like 35 million. That 35 million converted to pounds. The money is finished. He sold it for peanuts. Some people snatched it off him. That person now, he's struggling. These are assets. There are people that have lived longer abroad than you that don't even have 40 million naira to. Because disposable income is usually very lean every month. Thank you. Distress sale. You distress sale. No. Blind sale. Giddy. Go and look at the way people throw properties away. Asset, lands, peanuts. Oh, I'm going to UK. I'm going to Canada. I'm going to UK. Then they get here and then they slam the brakes and it's like, what the? Yeah. And the moment you get absorbed into the system, it's you and your ori. It's you and your cross. The culture abroad, as you'd appreciate, you're by yourself. Go and look at them at home. Even you, some of you, I don't know how often you go home. The body later you mean Benanja. You want to Wambi gone, a lot of these UK cardboard homes. Thank you. Some of them are committing suicide. I'm telling you, man. You look at it later you mean bungalow clean. My G, people sell it in Takuta. Somebody had a land in a particular area where the land's value was about 30, 35 million. When they were rushing to come to the UK, somebody told me this, that he sold it for like 13 million or like 12.5, 13 million. Just sold it ridiculously. Give me the money, give me the money, give me the money. They got here. Money is finished. The people that they were staying with, something led to one of his wife, pissed off the other, the host's wife. There was a major fracas. Hey, you need to go, you need to move out, don't shout at my children, yada, da, 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 I need my house. So the little bit of money they had left, they had to go rent. And this country, there are places, especially when you have children, there are people that bring children, by the time they get a chokehold from paying, what do you call it, man? Paying Ofsted registered nannies. Go easy. I know someone who came here as a doctor with the wife. They had to return their children to Nigeria because they couldn't cope. I tell you for free. Till date, the guy is still complaining. He's struggling. Childminders. Thank you, Timmy. Childminders. It's not a joke. There are people that abandoned, that trivialized, yeah? They are honey pots back home, yeah? A fantastic stream of income that they should have capitalized on. Toma fishe fak bandi. Toma ma boaje. Thank you. Leave certainty for uncertainty. Thank you, Jackie. But what they be, and then they tell you go and work for Amazon factories. And here's another misleading thing. They come, and then unfortunately, out of frustration, they meet someone. Maybe they met you. They come to your house to say hello because they've arrived. You host them. You know, you've been in the system maybe 19 years, 16 years, 14 years. You've paid your dues, right? So they met you at that point in your own journey. They come to your 4-bedroom detached house. even though you are also paying your bills. You are now a senior business analyst, right? You're doing well. You're earning, nice pay pack up there. So the guy that's just come, he wants to become a senior business analyst in 6 months. And I will tell you the truth. Sadly, some of the people who are based here, some of them are crazy. They will lie to them. I see these things. I was telling someone the other time, some months ago, somebody gave him some books. I want to become, I'm going for this role, senior project manager. I'm like, two of us were trying to tell him that, bro, you cannot just be a senior project manager. You're trying to earn 650 pounds a day. What background are you coming with? Like, this is someone who has not even worked in IT. Some people had lied to him. What package, rather than Jemo. Where is it? The white man is going to give, how? What experience have you got? And this is the problem that we have in our community. Keeping up with the Joneses. Using someone else's life as a measuring stick. Envy. Jealousy. You want what somebody else has got. You see that person because maybe you hear through conversations that person earns 160 pounds, 650 pounds a day. You automatically want what maybe they drive a nice Range Rover that they pay like 500-600 pounds for a month. You don't understand that guy has been in that IT field for 10-12 years. That lady has worked her way up for 9 years, for 11 years, for 13 years or more. But you want to be like them overnight. You start counting other people's monies, other people's coins. You want their money. You start competing. In a long time, Kent, will you keep quiet? You know, quiet, but you let on Tani Kent, SLT ballet, Otifel already semi-detached, and these are the, and also there are some people get adverse mortgages with heightened interest, mortgages with mind-blowing interest rates behind them that people will never come out of. But because they want to show off, they need public validation. Welcome to social media. I came from Nigeria. I got my mortgage within less than 2 years. This is my car on the driveway. Ta-da! Look at me. This is the definition of success. Oh, Lord, I thank you. Babanla Oniro, liars. There's somebody on the other side of the ocean looking at that and saying, so my cousin doesn't want me to go to that UK. Look at this guy. He left Nigeria 2 years ago. Do you know the extent some people go in our community? I'll be the guy to tell you. Some of you already know this, right? People go through all sorts of dark corners to get on property ladder. Maybe somebody earning 25,000 pounds a year. Yeah? They modify application documents unscrupulously. You feel me? Bish, bash, bosh. The interest rates are high. They won't show you the small print. They will never show you that. They want to feel like $1 million. You buy into the falsehood. You start chasing shadows. Jackie, do you understand me? There's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of misrepresentation, frauds. There's a lot of falsehood in our society. I look. Lies. Hey, man, somebody gets a car on finance. Yeah? He probably drives that car on weekends alone. He can't even afford to put petrol in that car 7 days a week. There are people like that. Their cars are on the drive. They can't even drive it everywhere because they have to take train to work. Maybe on Saturday, they go to church. On Sunday, they just go grocery shopping. They are struggling. There are guys that you will see them on their steering wheel. The guy that you are looking at, because of him, you want to sell your house. Yeah? In Nigeria, he's posing in that lovely Range Rover, but what you don't know, That the payment in that Range Rover might be a 50-50 contribution from him and his wife. Kodasan, ìwọ ló mọ̀. Ìwọ fẹ́ ta lé Naija. There's nothing wrong with 50-50, but what I have a problem with is people that lie and mislead people. Particularly in our community, the falsehood is too much. Hey, look at me. I'm this big. It's a lie. Do you know the number of people that in our communities? Yeah? After all their monthly outgoings and whatnot, how much do they have left in disposable cash? They barely have anything left. Their wallets are very chunky. They have endless credit cards. They will never tell you. They will never come clean. Somebody died in my family years ago. It was after she died that the children uncovered the fact that their mom was neck deep in debt, plethora. Thank you, Ndolo, appreciate you. Thank you. Had unbelievable amount of debts. This person, when she was alive, my goodness, she was perceived as a high flyer. So the children assumed that, oh, mom's got it like that. They said law, credit card, law. Paycheck to paycheck, traveling to Nigeria for party, buying jewelries and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Not for the worry. Don't align your essence with other people. I'm telling you, it's one of the best ways to enjoy your life and do very, very well for yourselves, my people. Don't ever compete with people. Don't align with other people's energies. Because everybody's going in this direction, I must go. Why don't you check? That's what I do. For those that know Phrankleen very well, some of you might be watching me for the first time. If you man die far, me. Because everybody's going this way, everybody's doing that. Check. What makes you think? Because everybody's filling that form. Everybody's going to America. Oh, I'm going to go to America and throw everything away. Now, I can understand if you are broke or you are at the bottom, totally broke. Maybe there's nothing, there's opportunity presents itself to go to the UK. I celebrate you, don't get me wrong. This isn't designed to castigate anybody. But you see, based on what I saw, and I still see what I've been saying for the past months, being on ground. If you see the way our people back home are throwing away assets, and then they come here to get trapped in the shadow of the system. Somebody's working the reception desk of a travel lodge in Hall. And back home, you were living like a true god. Dude said, I heard that on a monthly basis, at the very basic level, he will earn like from his small scale business between 3.7 and 4 million a month. The wife too had a small scale business, but the wife was sold everything for peanuts, is here today. Now calling a friend of a friend, somebody that you know from, everybody's putting their phone down, man. Listen, Dami, let me respond to that. It's hard to ignore the Nigerian, what did you say? Economic situation. I know. I'm not here to tell you anything otherwise. You're absolutely correct. But I should also warn you, my brother or my sister, that don't blindly use that economic situation as a yardstick to make blind decisions that will adversely affect your life down the line. That's all I'm carrying on about. You see, that was why I gave that example earlier. Okay, economic situation, yeah? If you put 50 million Nigerians, I repeat, on the planes tomorrow morning, and you flood the immigration, the entrance of the UK tomorrow morning for the rest of this week. Heathrow, Gatwick, come through Scotland, wherever you want to bring them through. Manchester, yeah? This country will cave in. I'm not joking. This country will absolutely flatline because they won't be able to cope. There will be heightened crime, theft, all sorts. Because they themselves don't even have the physical resources to sustain that number. So now, if you look at the translation of that, you're telling me those 50 million people will succeed in England? No, they won't. Do you understand me? That's where I'm going. Somebody wrote something earlier. There's no way. We're paying £430 monthly on our car. Meanwhile, wife and myself, we're working from home all the time. We returned the car and bought a used car that we don't pay any monthly fee. That's right, my brother. That's right. Oh, here's a fun fact. Let me blow your mind. We can't talk about all that tonight. Well, you're hearing it from me, yeah? Sherry, kele dumare gba fún gbogbo wa. Ohun tó lukaluku ń wá kádùrá wa kó gbà. Àwa tá wà nílùú òyìnbó, Elédùmarè jẹ́ ká kéré oko délé. Let me blow your mind. If you're in Nigeria, I'll just tell you this for free, yeah? I'm being super honest. If you're in Nigeria, like someone like me, Ibadani Mufisiju, yeah? I'm based in Ibadan. Let me tell you. I take, for example, what Olu typed there. You know, £430. Can you help me calculate? How much is £430 times, is it 2,220? How much is that right now? I'm going somewhere. I want to show you something. £430, yeah? I just want to convert that particular amount. How much is that? Times 2,220. How much is that in Naira? That's 954,600. Now, look at that on the screen. £430, yeah? I'm going somewhere. If you take that, just £430, yeah? If I'm on ground in Ibadan, for example, and I have that on me, I'm a baller. You're not going to believe it. Now, you and I know here in England, £430, go cashing, buying, it's nothing. If I'm in Ibadan, now, I'm not even talking about adopting a champagne lifestyle, yeah? Let's say that I'm driving my 4x4, I put petrol in my car, I go to the occasional amala joint, you know, treat myself, I put good food at home and stuff. If you don't go beyond your means, Nibadon, I will live comfortably on that amount. Tomatu lani sheku. So now, let me raise that amount to just £1,000. That's 2.2 million naira. Even with the current cost of living. So let's separate the misconception about, oh, this is, as long as you have the basic amenities around you, right? Good supply of, there is light, there is water. You understand me? Look, my last trip to Nigeria, I spent more than 3 months. This year alone, I've spent over 7 months in Nigeria. I'm not lying to you. I'm on ground 247. I know precisely what I'm talking about. I tell you for free. So I love Africa so much. And there's a reason why they're subjugating Africa. If you look at it critically, Africa is where we're meant to be. You live like a god. So all the things that you're presented with abroad, it's just a well-crafted illusion. It's overly expensive. Even these homes that we buy, that people buy and you take mortgages for 25. Look at the value, look at the quality. Partition. Look at the quality of the homes. Let's be honest. Some of the rooms are like, just look at them. But it's a societal conditioning. You are conditioned to accept it. Oh, yeah, it's normal. No, it's not. In Africa, even in villages, there is lands to run around and graze, and there's space for children to run and run from pillar to post and enjoy themselves. You have animals running around and stuff. Here, they condition people to live in block of flats, and you pay extortionate amounts. Poor quality. But they sell us whatever they want to sell you. We don't have a say. It's the way the system is, and that's what it is. Thank you, Godfrey, my brother. I appreciate you, sir. We wouldn't live in those kind of homes in Africa. You see, and I understand because of life abroad, because of commitments, some of you don't get to go home as often as you may want. If you go home, go around. Some of your relatives, even your siblings, your people, they wouldn't tell you the truth. They would never tell you the truth about how. Go home unannounced. If you see the way some of your people live at home, you're not even living the way they are living here. The way you're not living the way they are living. If you compare their life to, I'm even talking about access, space, bedrooms, walk-in closet, things like that. You look at, some of you have gone home on holidays. You have to pretend. Maybe people host you in their homes, and if you look at them, if you look at them, leave, how they're moving around in their house. You know your space. You don't live like that abroad. But they will sit down and tell you, T-Pain government, this is it. That's the usual conversations. There are people in Nigeria like this. You will sit with them. They'll be telling you about how bad the economy is. Everybody knows. And this person has 3 houses. They will tell you there's no money. They will tell you there's no money. He's building house number 4. And you are in the UK. Oh, yeah, I live in Southeast London. Oh, I live in Kent. Oh, I work in IT. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, the weather is too hot. Yeah. And you are trapped in debt. That guy in front of you is telling you, hey, I want to come to the UK. He's building house number 4. You want a little more. They're not going to tell you. Hey, welcome back from the UK. There's something I want to let you know. I'm building house number 3. They're not going to tell you. They know you are on ground for 2 to 3 weeks. With your pound sterling, with your dollars. They want to milk that because they know that within a fortnight, you're going to jump back if you go in December, at most, first week in January, you're jumping back on the flight, you're going back. They'll take you to all the clubs in town, the best restaurants. They don't go to those restaurants. They cook at home. You want to go to the nightclub and buy a bottle of Hennessy for 350,000, 400,000. Aye to Jenny UK, aye didere, aye Capital One credit card, ufelo Jen Niger. So they're going to look at you like, okay, my man has brought the dollars and pounds. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a new joint that's opened. It's okay to treat yourself, go out and enjoy yourself. But you see the people back home, they don't. The person sitting in front of you might have a 25-acre tomato, habanero pepper farmland. They will never tell you. You put your little 2,000 pounds spending money that you've worked for overtime since the March of this year to go to Nigeria. You know how you're squeezing in that economy seat before you landed, yeah? And then you get home, you start throwing money around. They're not going to caution you. Very rarely will you find people say, hey, don't waste your money. They are happy when you do that back home. They love it. They will milk you. If this cup, if sold for 50,000 naira, they will make sure you buy it for 200,000. Everybody gets a cut. They know you're going back in the first week of January. They would take everything. And that's the life. Oh, I want to go home. I want to do this. The people on ground, they don't throw their money around the way you do. Just like, let's reverse the case. Just like here. How many times do you go into the restaurant? Let's talk about it. You live in the UK. Everybody eats pizza. You eat out. You treat yourself. How many times do you sit in the restaurant every week? I'll wait. Okay, tell me. Let's be honest. How many times? How many times do you go to West End and you sit down eating steak? You know, hey, excuse me, can I have a sirloin steak? Can I have a bottle of champagne? How many times do you do that here? Your council tax is due. Your children are going to resume. They need new uniform. They need trainers. Your rent, your phone bill, internet, gas, electric. You look at the kitchen. Gari has gone down. Beans. There is 5 pieces of turkey left in the freezer. You need food shopping. How many times? You say, Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, I want some chips. You know you got to go Tesco, buy food for the kids. How many times you go and sit down in the restaurant? But then when we go home, now don't get me wrong, go home, unwind. It's nice when you take a break from the Western stress, you go back to Africa, you enjoy yourself. But what I'm telling you is, if you're the person, you're like me, and you know how to say no, yeah? You realize back home, I'm telling you, you spend less. I'm telling you, you spend a lot less. Your money goes long. Now, if you go to Lagos in Nigeria, Tobafelo Jaye Lekki phase 1, you want to be in Lekki, Aja, you want to be in Ikoyi, you want to be in Ikeja GRA, over Jaye Lekki. That's a different conversation for another day. You will pay for Lekki lifestyle. That's normal. It's like me going to United States and I land bang in the middle of New York and I go to the top spots. I will pay for it. If you're in London, you go to Central London, you go to Dorchester Hotel, you're in Park Lane, you're in Kensington, you're in West London, you go to the top spots, you're going to pay for it. Thank you, bro. You pay for it. If you go to West End, if you go to all those top places, you pay for it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Ori ni gbogbo nǹkan, ṣàyẹ̀wò, má forí worry. Don't copy other people. Because everybody's going in that direction. Don't do it. You see, everybody wants to be a project manager. They're making money in Oracle. Today, it's these programs, it's Java. Tomorrow it's Oracle. Tomorrow is SQL. So everybody is making money as a business analyst. Everybody and their mama wants to go in that direction. Tomorrow, see, do you know how the white folks have done so much psychological analysis on Africans? It's like dangling a carrot. They understand our psychological makeup so much, it's unbelievable. A lot more than ourselves. If the British government, once they are done planning underground, all they need to do is just wake up tomorrow and say, announcement, there's this immigration package, there will be mad influx. Business analysis don't cast. Of course, my wife complained the market is saturated. The market is now heavily saturated. It's not like, thank you, sir. It's not like back in the days. That's exactly what happens when there is excessive, aggressive demand and pile-on. And you know why? And you know why? There's always... Everybody in Lagos is a realtor, Forex. Well, Forex, funny. Man, Everybody wants to be a project manager. Why? A lot of falsification of CVs. People, there's a heightened number of people who don't even have experience. And let me tell you, what we do in the process is we've trained the minds of those, what do you call those people? The what are the people that hire people into jobs? Recruitment agencies, employers. They know all the tricks. Want to go and collect £500 a day? Oh, you buy my £500 a day. Oh, ni mo iṣẹ́ yẹn pa. Agbárí ẹ mama yeruku ni o. Back in the years, I'll be the first to tell you, once upon a time, easy. A friend would tell you, get in, but our people, once they get in, they start making money, they become complacent. You want to enter a company, you want them to be paying £500-600 a day. And then you will come with the brain of a fish. Oh, I need lay down. In a system that's not exactly designed for you, if you know what I'm saying. And it's been abused. Everybody, there's a lot of crowd. There's a lot of crowd. So what that does is it brings down the money. So the people that will really be scraping and enjoying are those who already have, you know, like the recruiters hunt them. They are headhunted. You know, there are people that when you open their CV, go, oh, maybe they work for Ministry of Defense and top government projects, and they've been there in that industry. There are some people in their career right now, they don't submit CVs. Once they activate their LinkedIn, they hunt them. They beg them with paychecks. Those numbers are small. There are people on 1K a day, but it's not everybody. Okay, you like IT. Go and start as project support. You don't want to. Because Kola lives in Kent. Because meanwhile, Kola has been there for 14 years. This is the problem that we have in our community. Because one of the contributory factor to that is we unnecessarily really compete with ourselves. How about you stop in your tracks? Who am I? Tani mi? Kí lórí rán mi wá ṣe láyé? Irú orí wo ni mo gbé wá? What has the universe asked me to come and do in this dispensation? Who am I? Why don't you do that? Rather than wanting to be where everybody else is. Program support, it could be tech support. I'm just using that as a random example. You feel me? And let me tell you, some people are not even cut out for it. You know, another thing, everybody's a tech bro. Everybody wants to, you know, it rolls off the tongue nicely, yeah? Before you even start talking about top IT jobs, yeah? Let's take it from the low level, yeah? Do you know how to use Word document? How proficient are you? What's your skill set like with Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, those foundational tools that have been around for years? So some people, they open Word document, you can't call them if you type. The project management. MS Project. Can you work on a project plan? Can they tell you that a meeting is coming in 30 minutes and you can pull out project report and look at the resources? Can you dive into a business case, pull out information, and can you work on a flow chart? But you want to go and collect what Olu is collecting and live in Olu's house in Kent. It's impossible. It's true. I saw someone the other day. We go get this IT job together. I work on the type. Yeah, thank you. Can you set up Zoom? Zoom, last song. Can you use it? There's so many IT tools. So you check with Auditic Bafwen. You want to get commission on land sales or tamoto or you throw all those things away in Nigeria. You now come here, bang down. You sit with a few friends, maybe because you went to the same high school, and say, bro, let's hang out in a restaurant. And then you're hearing that this one works for IBM. Oh, that one works in Canary Wharf. Oh, that one works for Ministry of Defense. Oh, that one does this. Oh, that one works in gang. You want to be where they are overnight? It's a lie. You can't. You can't. And maybe you've arrived in this country and you are age 45 already. You can't. You can't, Ronnie. So at that time when Olu and the other guys, yeah, they're at age 44, 45, they've come a long way. Maybe they started that career in their mid-20s or late 20s, whatever. Ìwọ yẹ ṣe dilate ko ojú ẹgbó bí àwọ̀ dí ọ̀bọ ó ti 45 ó fẹ́ sáré já wọlé fẹ́ lọ máa gbà sí bó máa para ẹ̀ dànù ó máa padà ṣe kí ẹ̀ ó máa fọ̀ dígbẹ̀yìn ni ó ní lọ ìwọ wò. What document? Sorry, what's that? No, give me the past question. No, it's not called past questions. There are materials online. Go and buy this book and read it. Man, word there, no worry. I just want to word there. She word ni shani. Nigeria, the man down, cause you're off by. We go study and now. I just want to go in. So when the tech guys, is a second nature to them. When they're talking and these terms and the knowledge is rolling off their tongue, meanwhile, you can't catch up. You for daily Lagos. They ma jemula. So that to look about one ninja. Olu go buy ton she dada. To look about wa kie, awa kie nínú ilé ẹni. O ta le. O ta ọ̀nà. What they be? Oluwafa, may I see you now? You know, so we go same secondary school. Bro, I'm trying to file this application for me and my wife. So Olu is looking at you. All right, cool. So what's going on now? Yeah, you know, we go way back, right? So yeah, I need like 3-5 to balance. Are you all right? Olu will pay his mortgage now. Olu is going to give you 3,005. Then you go on your little WhatsApp group and start putting up your memes. In life, never trust a man. No, you're a fool. Go back to Africa what you threw away. Go and align with your Ori and stop watching Olu's life. That's my message tonight. In fact, one of the worst things that you can ever do to yourself is competing and just pointlessly racing whilst you're latching onto, from a psychological standpoint, to other people's life. Oh, my for Diku. Well, for Shaggy. Oh, ni for Kini. DM a crisp. I'll both for what's the matter with you, man? Oh, ni for Kini. To my crisp. To my change diaper. Tell me, my gbon. You know, oh, man. That's all I'm saying. Am I 40 wordy? You come into a system, you see somebody, maybe they're a solicitor, they have their own firm, you know, they're doing well and stuff. That person that is a solicitor, you know, he went to law school, he got a training contract, he's been in the system maybe 19 years. Your black behind got on the Royal Morocco one-way flight. Oh, Debinisi. Oh, you are competing with a solicitor who is in the city. Are you joking? These are and that doesn't mean that solicitor has got it easy. They got to pay taxes, business rate. Maybe they don't even own the firm yet. Maybe they are a joint partner. They pay taxes before they pay themselves. They pay, but that's the fact. You that had a 25,000 chicken poultry back home, that you were doing well, you were not suffering. Oh well, Konsaliaku. You were spending less to live. You were comfortable. You had 2 vehicles. You had a gate man. You bought COS certificate for £15,000. You sold everything and you got here. You're trapped at the bottom end of the spectrum. And then you're telling me that you went to secondary school with Olu. Olu is not helping you. Shut your ass up and go back home. This is why I keep telling people, don't do this to yourself. If you see the way people are throwing away assets, some of you, sometimes when you hear stories, you may be like, okay, whatever, yeah, he's saying all that. But when you see some things, you'll be like, bro, how can you see a property that's worth mega millions? People sell them for peanuts because they're rushing to where? They're rushing to England. So when they get into the system, then they slam the brakes. What they fail to understand is the system you're rushing into is set in place. The system is not rushing anywhere. The taxes are waiting for you. The rent is waiting. Do you understand? Well, you want to come, then you get here, then you realize that, wait, what? This 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom flat, sorry, £1,600. per month. I said, baby, convert that to naira for me. Oh, more 1.6 no shoe for what late. Yeah. If you want to live in the London environment, yeah. And then somebody tells you, oh, move to Manchester, move to this, it's a lot cheaper. Then you move to places where it's a dead end. You don't see any Negroes like you. And you're like, there's cultural shock. You go to schools. Excuse me, we have concerns about your children. Eh? Sorry, can you lower your voice? Mr. Additional, please put down your hand. Oh, this on your way out. Police is wanting to have a... Hey! Blood of Nebuchadnezzar. Oh, is that right? Well, welcome to England. You know the way we do back home? If somebody's talking, no, wait till they follow you talk. Wait till they yarn with my mouth. I'm just looking at you like, okay, you're animated, maybe, you're angry, or no, Niger guy like me. I'm not going to make a fuss. You're sat in front of the head teacher of your school. What I'm saying about my son is the boy, when I fed him, they say, oh, whoa. They label you as aggressive and intimidating. There's cultural shock. You don't have a clue about this. The next thing, the police want to have a word. They say they have concerns. And let me tell you one thing. For those with young children, if you're not careful and the system circles up on you, we are very terrible at something in our community. People are not going to troop out to support you. You're on your own. No, I did not do anything. It was just last night when I told him to not touch the remote control. I gave him 2 slaps. I'm his father. Sorry, you did what? Or you're coming up fresh and maybe the deputy head teacher is looks younger than you and says, oh, Tunde, can I have a word, please? You cannot call me Tunde. My last born is not your mate in Africa. They write a report, they write a referral, they penetrate the framework of your family, they whisk away your children. I'm not saying that happens to everybody every day, but it's also some of the harsh reality that goes on in the underbelly of the society. Particularly if you're new in the environment, you easily fall into those kind of traps where they will smash your family structure and they can tear the structure apart. You can lose your children. You can get labeled and there's no chance. Oh, you put yourself in locations in the country where it's predominantly white. It's like a factory for where they manufacture white people. You are the only Negroes that live in that neighborhood. There is no support socially. There's no support mentally. There is nothing. The only reason why you are convincing yourself that it's okay to go and live in the bush somewhere in Scotland is because, oh, the rent is very cheap. It's a very cold climate. In a few years' time, you'll be riddled with arthritis and you would deceive yourself that you're saving money. The quality of your life has gone down the drain. You are suffering, but you're pretending on Instagram. You're lying via WhatsApp calls. You're not really great. You go into the post office to send a letter. They're profiling you like you're a thief. You go into a Sainsbury's to pick a keg of milk. The security guard is following you round because that person is inherently racist. They are wired that way. You are angry. You get home. Wife is tired. Money is limited. But you conceal those facts and you keep lying to the people back home because you're ashamed. And the cycle goes on. It takes its toll on you psychologically, maritally, and the list goes on. This is the harsh reality of a lot of our people. Anyways, before we go, please smash the like button. Smash that like button. There's 96. I want to get over 100 before we go. It's fantastic to be back, to have 187 people hearing me at this dead of the night. I appreciate. I'm going to bring you fantastic stories. My email address, ifardivinationhub@protonmail.com. Help me type that, Victoria. If you want to get in touch with me, ifardivinationhub@protonmail.com. Okay? I'm back. I'm back for good. More than likely, I'll be back here tomorrow night for another live stream. If you want to get in touch with me, I've missed you guys as much as a lot of you have missed me. Ifa Divination Hub at protonmail.com. That's my let me see. That's my email address there. Okay. Nigerians think Oyibo government are very nice for allowing them to enter the abroad, not knowing that the only reason they allow you is simply because of commerce. Of course, you help pay tax for their aging population. But tell that to our people, they will argue and stuff. I'm only saying, Shayewu, stay where your Ori aligns. Indulge in the things that your Ori, your essence, your energy align with. You cannot outdo the universe. It's the reason why everybody cannot be an engineer. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody cannot fly a plane. There are some people, they're not academics. They are handy people. Somebody will be very good at cooking and they will be a blessing to thousands upon thousands across their lives. We can trust them with our marriages, our birthday parties, and they will be absolutely fantastic. If you ask some people to boil an egg, the kitchen will explode. But they may be very, very good scientists. Everybody can't be an immigration lawyer. Everybody can't talk the way I talk. You get it? Everybody can't be a babalawo. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Check with your Ori. Where do I need to be? Who am I? And then fly from there. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm glad to be back. I'll be back tomorrow night again. Ifa Divination Hub at protonmail.com. Ifa Divination Hub at protonmail.com. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the donations. And I'll catch you most definitely tomorrow in the next live stream. Peace and love, man. Good night.